I've always wanted like an electric car, and my mom has a BMW i3 and I always thought that was so cool. Mainly, this has more so been about the documenting and getting out there and fulfilling our mission statement to inspire other kids. They don't need to be like an adult in order to make change. Okay, welcome to the Tinkergineering 914 studio. This is where I've been working on my car these past couple years. I'm converting a 1976 Porsche 914 to electric on my YouTube channel. Tinkergineering had originally started out as like a craft channel, and then one day my dad was like, what if we did something like big on Tinkergineering? He's like, well, what if we like made your own car? And I was like, whoa, because I love to understand how things work and such. And so my dad was like, yeah, let's do it. We would sell it at a farmer's market, through a co-op, and then also through all the vegetables here at this garden and the strawberries, but mostly the grapefruit. Those are the real money makers. And it was really cool seeing all those grapefruit, all that citrus turn into a bright red Porsche 914. I love the 914s because, I mean the pop-up headlights, like what's not to love about them? But also like the community around it, like it was a mashup between Volkswagen and Porsche. It's kind of like, you know, you can do whatever you want with it and people aren't gonna be like, whoa, 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 you just messed up our prized possession, you know? It looked like it was in good condition too. There was minimal rust. We had gotten up at like 3 in the morning. We got a U-Haul and we booked it down there, tried to make it back within 24 hours, barely missed the cutoff. Oh my gosh, it was really heavy. It didn't drive and it was loaded down with batteries. They had converted it to electric, but it was very much a souped up golf cart. Did not drive far at all. As we were taking it apart, I found this like blog on the internet, and it was this guy who had converted a Porsche 914, a yellow 914, to electric. I still have that blog and I still look through it like religiously, like just like making sure I have everything and following his process. But that's how I met my first and like probably one of my #1 mentors, Mark Brems. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this at all. The most expensive part is probably the tools, but you can get used ones. It doesn't need to be the nicest thing in the world in order for it to work. The car is up on jack stands. It was up on cinder blocks, and then, you know, I accidentally filmed the cinder blocks one time, and then the whole 914 community was like, don't do cinder blocks. So now they're on jack stands. Everything is out of the car except for the steering wheel, and we took out the transaxle in the engine bay. We redid that. And what I've been doing currently is I've been trying to get this nut off in order to be able to take off this suspension and restore it. And we have the tires under here. Oops, just ignore the spiders. I got to sandblast this part and polish this part. Here's the seats. You can see those up there. Those are really cool. They have the houndstooth pattern and in the Tinkergineering colors too. Isn't that awesome? And then we have all our bins of tools, completely messy. Tons of Sharpies. One of the most important things in here for labeling everything, especially when we're taking it out. And probably one of the most important things I have in here, the Porsche 914 original repair manual. This has everything, and we were just referring to it as we were getting out that nut down there, because it is immensely helpful for everything. I got this award from the Sierra Madre Car Show when I was there. And this award was for Diamond in the Rough, so the best work in progress. And I think this is the first award this car has won, and it's not even finished yet. So that's really exciting. A couple squirrels knocked it over the other day and nearly broke it, so. But it's fixed, it's all good. I just went during my spring break. It was honestly really cool, and they have all the parts there. That taught me how to like attach all the components together and make sure that everything worked properly. And I got to learn how to program stuff. I had previously not known anything, and my plan was like, oh, I'm just gonna wing it, like it can't be that hard. I'm so glad I took that class because I would have electrocuted myself within 15 seconds. The hardest part of the process has definitely been paint and primer. When we were priming, it was so stressful because we had accidentally left open a whole can of primer, and so it like hardened up and we were trying to save it and then ended up jamming our like spray gun, and then everything that I wore that day is now red. It is now stained red. So I'm going to be putting the batteries exactly where Mark, my mentor, puts them. So 2 on this side, it's like saddlebags around the motor that I'm gonna put in. So 2 on this side, 2 on that side, for a total of 4 in the engine bay, because you wanna spread out the weight, and then we have 3 in the front. So in total there's gonna be 7, and then the Hyper 9 motor in the back. I think I'm gonna be able to nail it by the time I get my learner's permit, which I'm excited for. That's, I think, in around a year. Electric cars are kind of becoming more popular, and you want your city to become a cultural destination, so having electric chargers would help. I never thought people would be so enthusiastic about just a girl converting a car, and I was like, whoa, like that's really cool. And seeing all these, like, you know, even the kids' faces light up. It's shocking. I hope what I'm doing with this is I'm proving that it's not too challenging, and that all the, like, you know, you think it's like, oh no, you can't do this because you need to be this old, you need to have this much money. Like, I'm just doing this in my backyard with my dad. And so you can really do anything. As cheesy as that sounds, you can really do anything.